Hey guys, welcome to another monthly cinema reviews. This time I'll be doing June and July. Um, I guess let's just start off. I didn't see as many in these months, um, but let's just get into it. On the 14th I saw Man of Steel in 3D. Sorry if you can hear a dog barking in the background. I saw Man of Steel, which I thought was fine. I kind of like I've never been immediately attached. Immediately? I've never been like completely attached to Superman as a superhero, so making him darker or less family friendly, quote unquote, I didn't really have a problem with. I always thought Superman was kind of boring, but yeah, this movie was fine. It was just kind of like I think some of the action scenes went on too long. The kind of ultimate goal of like in the third act of what they had to do was a little, just like not particularly exciting. Push a thing into a thing, and then a ship flies into the thing, and Superman beats some people up. Okay, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. I liked it when Superman actually killed Zod. I thought that was really cool. Amy Adams was good as Lois Lane, but the world just didn't feel completely built. Um, Daily Planet just I didn't just like feel it. You know what I mean? I didn't feel all there. But Superman Batman is going to be the sequel, so that's kind of interesting. Rambling. On the 17th, I saw a preview screening of Now You See Me. Exciting. This was candy floss. Mildly enjoyable at the time, but gone in 2 seconds. Nothing there really. At the end of the day, two-dimensional characters with a light, brisk plot that kept me mildly entertained. Yeah, I didn't think a whole ton of it. Uh, it was just, and the twist was kind of lame. And then on the 18th, I saw Much Ado About Nothing, um, which was, fucking terrific. I'm not a big Shakespeare nut, so I wasn't sure if I was going to really enjoy this. But I just came out of it and just thought it was wonderful. I just thought it was terrific. Fucking dog is loud. Yeah, just really, really enjoyed it. Like, just, loads of Buffyverse actors which helped, or Whedonverse actors. Um, but yeah, it was just really wonderful and funny and charming and loads of great kind of, not slapstick, kind of slapsticky humour, but sort of not too slapsticky. It was really fun when, I've already forgotten the characters' names. Um, Wesley, when he was doing like push-ups and stuff, and when Amy Acker fell down the stairs, very funny indeed. Then the next day on the 19th, I saw Fast and Furious 6, which I just had a ball with. So much fun, so entertaining. You know, Fast 5 and 6 have just been really just hugely entertaining. Longest runway ever maybe. But yeah, the whole end was terrific. The mid-credits tease was fucking awesome. Um, and yeah, it was just, I don't know, if you just go with it, it's really fun. I love that the characters are they're superheroes now. They're doing superhero type things. I mean, they were just like average guys in the first one who like got into scuffs and didn't know how to handle themselves. But now they are superheroes. Then on the 21st, I saw Before Midnight, which is the third in the Before trilogy, um, or series if they're going to do more. Yeah, really good, really, really good. So great to be back with those characters. Love the first two. Um, yeah, couldn't have been more excited to see this. Very dark, but very fitting for their the kind of stage where they were in their lives, And um, yeah, it was just I really liked where the characters were and where kind of it did get very dark, but I feel like it ended on a happy note, or an, a note that could lead to more happiness in Before 4 if they're going to do that. 28th, I saw This Is the End. Um, yeah, everyone was raving about this, and I did really like it, but I didn't think it was as good as everyone was saying. But I did have a ball with it. It was loads of fun. Third act especially was terrific. When they spoiler, when they got into heaven, like right at the end, that was fucking brilliant. Yeah, when they left the house, it definitely became more fun. And unfortunately, they were in the house for most of the movie. But it was very funny. I really enjoyed it. It definitely could have been a self-indulgent piece of crap, actors playing themselves, but it wasn't. So that's nice. Then on the 29th, I saw The East with my dad. Yeah, this film was pretty good. What did I think of it? I quite enjoyed it. It wasn't brilliant. I don't know. It felt like a bit kind of like preachy at times, but all the actors were really good in it. Um, and it was mostly entertaining. There's not a whole lot to say about it. I liked it. Then we went to July on the 1st. I saw Die Hard at the Prince Charles. You know, do I need to talk about Die Hard? It's fucking amazing. One of the greatest action films of all time. Uh, just highlighted even more why number 5 was so terrible. Um, he's an average guy in a situation he doesn't want to be in. Die Hard 5 director. And Die Hard 4 director, even though I kind of enjoyed that one. And then on the 6th, oh yeah, the 6th, this was fucking awesome, was the Edgar Wright takeover at the Prince Charles, which, if you didn't know about that or hear about it, and well, you know, you might very well might not have, they showed all 4 of Edgar Wright's films that had been released at the time. This was pre-World's End, so they showed Fistful of Fingers, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, Scott Pilgrim, and intermittently all the seasons, or all the episodes, I should say, of Space. So they were doing like 3 or 4 at a time. Um, and just after Fistful of Dollars, Edgar Wright was there, did a Q&A, and then right at the end, before the last chunk of Spaced episodes, Edgar Wright came back and did another Q&A, but he brought with him Nick Frost and a bunch, big loads of Jaffa Cakes. That's relevant because of the Jaffa Cakes thing in Spaced. And then at the end, they gave out cornettos. It was a whole big thing. Um, really, really fun. I did fall asleep during Hot Fuzz. Unfortunately, I caught the first like 15 minutes or so, but then I was out, apparently snoring really loudly. But yeah, really cool, really awesome. Um, really wicked to see Fistful of Fingers actually, because that had not been released and is not on DVD since its premiere at the Prince Charles actually in '95, and I quite enjoyed that. It was very low budget, low rent, but it was very slapsticky and goofy. But it was a lot of things that made me laugh, but definitely you could feel they were stretching it. And then on the 12th, I did a double bill. I saw Monsters University, which I thought was a lot better than Cars 2, better than Brave, but still not up there as Pixar's best. But it was really cute, really fun. Mike and Sully, you know, love those guys. Enjoyed all the new monsters, especially Squidgy Guy. But yeah, just it wasn't quite up there with Monsters Inc., was it? I mean, Monsters Inc. is really amazing. Um, and I just felt like this was kind of a little bit by the numbers, like college film, but it was really, really fun. And I like the fact that at the end, spoiler alert, they did get kicked out of the uni and they actually made it kind of on their own, working their way up through um, Monsters Incorporated. So that was really, I liked that. And yeah, there were a few little nods here and there to Monsters Inc. And I really liked when they were in the real world and they scared the adults. Yeah, Monsters Uni, um, like I said, not up there with Pixar's best, but far, far from their worst. And I'm looking forward to their next one. Is it the dinosaur one? I can't remember. And then the same day, I saw Pacific Rim in 3D, Guillermo del Toro's new film. Yeah, some people seem to be not liking this, and I'm not understanding why. It was really, really fun. It was loads of, it's just super entertaining, and it was kind of like, it was interesting because it was super, not super, but it was kind of cheesy, but in this really earnest way that you had to sort of like, it was really going for it, and it wasn't like cynical or, uh, meta. It was just straight, and I liked that about it. You know, it I don't know. But yeah, the action scenes were terrific. The bit where I think one of the fucking monster, is it kaiju? No, or those the robots. I can't remember. Flies and then he slices off. Just nerd heaven really there. Pacific Rim, um, really awesome. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Then 13th, I saw Despicable Me 2. Yeah, this is alright. It was fine. I thought it was kind of like concentrating a bit too much on the love story of Gru. Is his name Gru, the guy, and Kristen Wiig's character. Although she was very good in it, actually, she's just really funny in general. Um, and the minions are cute, but I felt like maybe they were getting a bit too much focus. And the bad guy, the kind of mystery of the bad guy was a bit shit. And the whole thing of like the whole minions getting kidnapped, that was. And then on the 26th, I saw Monster Uni again, still good. And then finally on the 27th, I saw the Wolverine, which I quite enjoyed this actually quite a bit, much better than X-Men Origins and Last Stand. Um, I felt like some of the plot was a bit muddled, and I couldn't figure out like why characters were doing what, like why the dad of the girl in Wolverine falls for, like why he wanted to kill her, and then why the like why kind of she had to be there in the third act with the big samurai suit. Um, uh, yeah, it was just like some of the things were a bit like, oh, I'm not quite sure what's going on. But it was definitely, but saying that, it felt more consistent and like just like it had an actual plot as opposed to X Men Origins, which was just all over the place. Um, the Viper lady was a bit hammy, but props to her for she went for it, so fair enough. Um, Although I did really like the girl in it, the main girl, the main two girls actually were both good. I'm trying to remember the character's name. Spoiler alert: how are they going to deal with in Future Past that he got his adamantium claws chopped off and now he's just got bone claws? They're going to have to fix that or just continue on with it, or does his consciousness get transplanted into 70s Wolverine, um, like they did with Kitty Pryde in the comics? Anyways, also so that was pretty good. I really liked the bullet train scene. That was just really cool. That was definitely the big moment for me in the film where I was like, oh, this is pretty good. And the spoiler alert again. The end credits tag was really cool, where Professor X and Magneto showed up and kind of told them something was coming, and that's linking into to Future Past, which I'm excited about. So yeah, Wolverine. It was pretty decent, better than Last Stand, X-Men Origins, Wolverine, but not as good as the other three. Yeah. Um, so that's that for the 2 months. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope I didn't ramble too much. My arm really hurts from holding up the camera. Um, I guess I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Subscribe, motherfuckers. Yeah, bitches.